Alright, we're live. What do you see, Josh? What do you see, Josh? Do you hear our voices? Let's double check. Genshin Impact, Discord, stream only, game on, capture device is Genshin, and everything should be picking up. Say something real quick. Hold on, audio capture is picking up Discord. Do you hear yourself? Okay, 1 second. Say something now. Josh?
On.
Oh, there it is. Okay, fix itself.
Alright, I'm good.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and change turn the wallpaper off. Welcome back to part 2! Yay! As you can see, they all bailed before I could scrutinize their story. Let's see here. So we're running with... We have quite a few characters now, and we already hilariously grabbed all of the 4 stars we would already get. So, I guess we're gonna get free constellations later. Part of me wants to, like, make it even harder on myself and only use characters we've met. As much as I like Klee and the new characters we got, I could just, like,
Please
Amber.
don't do that.
Just take it, Amber. Take it, all of them. But I want to make it hard on myself, you see. This game is too easy.
It's not near the beginning, I don't think.
Absolutely. I can prove that easily. How easily you could, like, blow through the fucking thing with just, like, one character. The only stopping me would be, like, actual puzzles that require elements.
Right.
But that's the only bar. I could, like, play as Aether for a good portion of the game, for at least till, like, AR 30? Or was it AR 25?
For what?
How far I could get in the game.
Oh, just play with Aether?
Yeah, easily.
From now on, the adventures will probably get more and more dangerous.
I don't
We should make sure
think
we're prepared.
so.
We could start by going to Mondstadt's blacksmith.
I don't think it's a good idea.
Abilities. Weapons. Enhance. Alright, time to enhance this weapon. I refuse.
Some of the tutorials won't allow you to choose.
Nope, they allowed me. There we go. We got that, and that. We got 3 different locations to go to, including the blacksmith to talk to. Hold on. Is it Mika? Display locations of resources on Mondstadt minimap. Yay!
Yeah, that's okay.
He's going to be incredibly useful moving forward. What is he seeing though? Is it the? I don't care. Fuck you, Patui. There we go. There we are. Down there. I'm just grabbing these for no reason.
Grab everything.
Where am I going? Going down that direction. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, Dr. Catherine yet?
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Have you talked to Captain yet?
Oh yeah. I can claim rewards already.
Yes, you should be able to.
Just gotta get to 10 to get the prototype Rancor.
There's the blacksmith.
Take your pick. Why?
I'm looking for a weapon.
Over there. Take your pick. Or if you need something else, I can make it on request.
Wow, he just...
Of course. I sell weapons, make them to order, and do refinements. All in the job description for a blacksmith. All you need is the ore.
Do you sell it here?
Oh, buy from someone else. I barely have enough for myself.
You're a bad blacksmith. No, that's not true.
You look confused. Listen, I'll tell you where the nearest deposits are. Bring some back and I'll help you forge what you need. No need. I have other things to do.
He seems like a short-tempered guy. Was it something we said?
What? Speak up. I can't hear you. The wind's blowing. So these weapons are dog shit. And
Yes.
no, I don't know if anyone has ever bought any of these. So I'm gonna buy them.
Stop being different.
I've never like actually bought these.
Well, because there's no point to buy them.
Yep, because they're generic weapons. Anyway, can I just like straight up enhance? I'm gonna refine this real quick. Find this one. And refine this one. Just because I want to.
So who do you have again?
So right now I'm working with Aether, Klee, Mika, and Sucrose. Klee has the Wine and Song, which is useful for her to run, I suppose. It reduces stamina costs, so she could charge attack or like run a bit more. I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade this.
Who else did you have?
What do you mean?
Who else do you have on your that you own?
Amber, Noelle, Kaya, Fischl, and Lisa.
Okay. Good lineups. Good lineups.
Alright, off to do some missions. Just grabbing some dandelions. Eventually I'll get Jean.
Stand clear.
There we go. Such low stamina. Oh, I like how they're actually each of the like dungeons we're supposed to go to, domains like have like a glowing thing about it.
What do you mean by glowing thing?
It'll show up soon, but like you're seeing like pillars of light that show where they are on the, like in the physical world.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Well, let's be lazy and do the closest one first. $5 says this is the amber one. Hold it.
This is it. One of the deserted temples of the Four Winds. These temples have been left to waste for years now. The people of Mondstadt almost never come here.
Why?
There's a chance there's a monster nest or hilitrol camp inside. Even Storm Terror has given up on its own temple. Yes, I also find it hard to accept, but Storm Terror was once one of the Four Winds. Huh? Wait! Did you just feel that? The wind here. Something's off. Let's go in and take a look. Be careful. The dragon's power is disturbing this area.
I find it weird why they're trying to like drop this on us like it's some kind of revelation. The dragon had to have had some origins, so of course it came from something to do with Mondstadt.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, we're about to come into a rant real quick. Immediately, I get to talk about this.
What?
You're about to see it in a second. Let me know when you enter like the actual domain and you see me as Amber.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Amber, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is.
You can use that console to open the door.
They gave me the opportunity to play as Amber as a trial character.
Yes.
Like straight up, I could see like she's level 5. They gave her a shitty level 5 weapon. They gave her like 2 artifacts to use. If they wanted to, they could have added constellations or upgraded her talents. They gave me a trial character. Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it that in the future, when we get to like story quests about characters, that we have to be this guy in the story interacting with the world? Why can't we be this person and have no connection to the main character and be doing our thing? Because like if you base the story around a character, because like in the overworld, you could have never have met Sucrose, but yet you get to walk around, play as her, do her things, and that is, but you've never met her, but yet you get to do everything she can do. Everything's already in the game for you to do.
But then they added the thing where you can meet her and get introduced.
Ignoring that, I'm saying if you ignored all of that and like didn't meet her, then you don't know who this is, but yet she has to do everything that this person, the Aether, can do in terms of like gameplay wise. Nothing's changed. There's no like special mechanics. She fights like everyone else. why can't like there be a story quest for say Amber, and instead of like Aether going to meet up with Amber and they go on some wacky adventure, why can't Amber have a quest all on her own, and we get to see her interact with the world without the lens of the traveler nearby?
Because it's the traveler's story, not hers.
The main story quest should be the traveler's story. Why can't we get more insight on characters? And I'll show you. I'll like explain in each story quest as it comes along why, when not that the traveler should have been there. Immediately, I can say that a lot of the event quests don't really need the traveler at all.
Wow, I can see so far into the temple.
I get it. I get it.
You get what?
They give me a tutorial. I'm just gonna throw some bombs. Elemental sights. To see elemental attributes of different objects, each element has its own color. Green symbolizes Dendro, which can be ignited by Pyro. I'm sorry? Are they boxes are Dendro?
They're made of wood.
I know, but still. You son of a bitch. Alright, I'll just blow this up first.
Let it rain. Boing, boing, boom! Oh no! A horn! The fighting must have got them riled up. Well, good thing I prepared my secret weapon, explosive puppet Berry Bunny.
I've prepared my secret weapon, Amber. It's called Klee.
Mm-hmm.
La la la. Are those explosive barrels over there? Well, one shot should be able to blow them up.
Disappear! Engaging!
You like playing Clay?
I'm testing out all the characters, really.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty straightforward temple.
Dragon's breath. Is that where the... Phew, I'm tired. But at least this way we've helped Jean out. In the past, we were at least able to defend the city and keep it safe. This, of course, is mostly thanks to Jean. But now with Storm Terror directly attacking the city itself, the winds change. So too should our tactics. It's what Lisa likes to say. Speaking of which, the 4 winds we were discussing earlier, if you want to learn more about our history, you can ask Lisa. I'm not saying I don't know our history, it's just... I mean, a librarian is supposed to be more knowledgeable than an outrider, right?
In certain instances, yes. Chest. Alright. Man, that was the first temple. It was uneventful, and I will be the beginnings of a very long conversation of why Genshin Impact wastes the potential of its characters.
It does not.
It does! We could go on whole quests that don't involve the Traveler, and I guarantee you they'd be infinitely more interesting. Like,
There's just a lot of character backstories that we don't really need to like fully dive into sometimes.
You're telling me you would rather stick with what we have, which is sometimes when we have a character story quest, half the time the story quest has nothing to do with them and it's about an NPC.
Yeah.
No, that's awful.
It's awful.
That's awful. Game or map? So much more game to get through. Alright, this next one's over there. We're over there. Adventure rank 6.
Nice.
Gotta grab you before you disappear. Oh, how did you see? How did you notice? How did I jump over you? God damn it. I'll just grab my flowers and go. So the objective is over here. I'm going to navigate to this one first. Get that teleporter. Running, dun 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 dun. Where is it? Is it up here? Okay, I'm not gonna grab Outworld chest just yet. I want to save that for later.
Right.
Okay, so I need to go this way. Hey, look, the temple's not that far. I remember correctly, there should be like a wind thing guarding one of the temples. It might be this one. This looks familiar. No, I'm wrong. Okay. Kaya!
You've arrived. Come closer. Can you smell that?
Is the smell of burnt pyro slimes?
Something must have happened in the temple. I imagine there will be slimes, hilly churls, and whatever's giving Storm Terror extra power. Oh yes, it is going to be lively in there indeed.
Another choice of options that makes no sense, and there's no concrete character.
As bustling as it may be, no, I can't imagine it will be dangerous at all. It's a pity that the Temple of the Wolf has been disturbed by such an atrocity. Let's head in. No one makes offerings to the Four Winds anymore. Yet the old winds never vanish. We need to clear out the temples. For the Four Winds.
The Four Winds bother me.
Why?
Because honestly, I can only like directly understand who three of them are. One of them is Dvalin, the dragon. The other one is the wolf. And there's a third one, I think the lion is just Vanessa. I don't know anything about the Falcon whatsoever. What temple is this one? This one is the Temple of the Falcon, which we just did. They don't even mention the Falcon. I don't know any... The ruins used to be Temple to the Benevolent Falcon in the west. The The Temple of the Falcon was watched over wind rides for thousands of years. Perhaps the winds of the past still linger within the halls. And then we're here. Temple of the Wolf. This one was devoted to the Temple of the Wolf of the North. Now the priests are gone and the temple has been seized by monsters. However, they say that the spirit of the wolf still watches over the endless fields of Mondstadt from someplace else. Okay.
Oh, that's Boreas.
Yeah, Boreas is over in Wolvendom. Which is surprising. Why the temple, the area, the arena that we find Boreas in isn't just the temple. I don't know. It's weird to me.
I don't know either.
Let me show you how the Knights of Favonius conquer our adversaries.
Now, hear me out, though. In a situation where they wanted to be creative with their level design, there's something that they can easily do, but choose not to, in terms of like redirecting like information about the story. Kaya says, "Hey, there are two paths. I'm going to go down this one. You go down the other one." You know what that invites a player to do?
No, I do not.
It allows them to play as Aether and go down one path, and then the scene shifts once they reach the end to see Kaya's perspective and see what the fuck he's doing.
Seems all the other knights
They have all the tools to accomplish this. There's so many creative ways to use characters that they're forcing down our throats. Because like this is a trial character. I will not be able to use them outside of this trial, but in this moment, I get to experience everything they can do, and I get to experience their perspective in a story if they were to separate from Aether, which that would be cool.
It's the point of trial because they still why they do some of the things they do is because they do need money to keep the game going.
It's not about money.
It is because they allow you to use these characters and show how cool they are, but the only way to get characters is to either play the game long enough to get one or a few of them, or spend money. It's part of the gacha process.
That's what they've deluded themselves into thinking. The thing is, if you give people the opportunity to test these trial characters during the story moments that matter for these characters, you've created an incredible incentive to get them. And if they put more effort into activities like the events, the limited events, extra stories that don't relate to any specific character, the Spiral Abyss, like put effort into things that people can use these characters for, to like push them to the limit, which is what people call endgame content, but I don't really call it that. But it's effectively that. If they did that route, then that means people would pull for these characters, build these characters, and use those characters because they remembered, oh shit, I got to play Kaya at that one point. I really liked him. I pulled for him. That's not a good example. I played Klee during her story quest, and I really liked throwing bombs and shit. And so I decided to pull for her because I got to play around with her as a trial character, and she was really fun to play. That's what doing that. And then at the same time, while you're doing this trial character thing, you're learning about the character. If they were separated from Aether, for example, and she just decided to like hang out for an entire day with Razor as a story quest, then that would give insight into her character from her perspectives.
I don't know, man.
What's the hurry?
It's a missed opportunity because they're like making story quests about NPCs that don't matter in the middle of actual character story quests. And I'll explain that later once we get to one of them.
Finally, we're here.
Seems the path ends here. Let's use the wind currents to fly up. What's the hurry? Cool it!
Water! We can use this to put out fire.
Good idea. That's some keen observation. We should get Jean to give you a title and make you a knight.
No, she used here.
Cool it! What's the hurry?
Ice bridge.
Speaking of, did you know?
Ah! You were supposed to make an ice bridge.
Did you not make an ice bridge?
It did not make an ice bridge.
You had your chance.
Oh god, that was so pitiful.
Freeze!
Usually when you make like a platform like this, you should put like something at the end of it. Even if it's just like random boxes. Anyway.
Is that the thing that Storm Terror is using to gain its power?
Seems probable. Let's deal with it.
And now it's gone.
Bravo! What a performance. You are, to my surprise, a well-trained knight.
Hey,
The battles you
no
just
idea
fought
where
were
I'm going.
sights to behold.
Not worth complimenting though.
I see you already have the knightly virtue of modesty. Stories of your heroic deeds to save Mondstadt from destruction shall be known throughout the City of Freedom, well into the future. Please do visit me at our headquarters when you have the time. I also know a lovely tavern, if that's more your thing. Quite rewarding, no?
We've seized another temple from Storm Terror's grasp.
I can take care of the rest here. You go take care of other things while I'm at it.
See you later then, bye-bye.
There's no way Hilly Turtles
All right.
organized an ambush like
I
this
need you to watch the
themselves.
scene.
Not with their limited mental capacity.
Hmm? What about the scene?
No.
You were behind
That's it coming up.
this.
Okay, what about it?
Knights of Favonius, always so inefficient.
Agree to disagree, but your
Oh,
involvement
yeah,
in
the
this
dealer
just
scene.
made things a whole lot more interesting.
I've unlocked another Kaya.
I like that scene.
I do too. But you know what that scene implies?
What?
The rivalry between the two of them. And later on, we learn about like them being brothers, and about them doing, them having some kind of rivalry.
Neutralizing threats.
And did you know that before Kaya, Luke was the cavalry captain?
I don't believe that, but okay.
No, that was. He was the cavalry captain, and then after he quit the Knights of Favonius, that's what Kaya took over.
No, the way he speaks about the knights, it does not seem like he was one of them.
No, he was. He has a direct history with the Knights of Favonius. He quit. after the death of his father. You can learn this in a comic.
I don't read the comic.
And the official comic. That's one of the other issues with Genshin, is that key important story things are in supplemental material. You have to go and do homework outside of the game to learn this. But what they could have instead done is created a story quest that did not involve the Traveler, but that revolved around Diluc and Kaya, and either exploring that history or bringing it up while they are facing an issue in real time, such as like when they're having like an issue that puts them at odds, and then they have memories about how it came to this point anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm saying is that Genshin Impact has the opportunity, both in its cutscenes and in its gameplay, to explore the characters that it has, but it doesn't. Like, fully explore as if they were main characters.
Okay. Ever think that it's just a time and energy thing?
No. Because they're wasting their time in a lot of the story quests. They make... and I will explain it once it gets to there. We haven't reached the part of the game where they start introducing, like, story quests. I'm finding another one? Jesus.
Providing cover fire.
Holy shit, I'm in the part of the game where Mika isn't damn near useless.
What do you mean?
Like, I have, like, in my other account, I had, like, so many characters that are, like, level 1, while all of my other characters were, like, 70 and above. And so I'm playing a character that would probably still be level 1 in my account, and he's not useless. He actually is doing damage.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I have to go all the way over there. What fun. Who's your favorite Mondstadt character, Josh?
Huh?
Who's your favorite Mondstadt character?
I would say... Hold on. Mondstadt character? Fischl.
Fischl? I like Fischl too. I'm pretty sure mine's probably still Albedo. But it's a close second with, like, Bennett. Making my way.
Making my way downtown, walking fast.
Alright, it should be here any second. Oh, really? I remember one of them having a fucking Wind Guardian. I might be thinking of a different location. Or they took that out in an update.
No, that was the one in Kaya's.
Did they take it out?
I don't know.
I enjoy the fact that we see, like, a hurricane around Mondstadt City. I can feel it. Oh shit, that's really high up. Oh, you probably get it from there. But, like, it's at least, like, the threat feels a little like there's something there with that hurricane just, like, around Mondstadt City.
Mm-hmm.
But I really wish that more of the environment was affected by the hurricanes.
Hey, cutie.
I missed the tornadoes.
You're going to help me out too? How kind of you.
Don't hesitate to come to me if you need anything.
What kind of things do a librarian do?
Good question. Basically, things other than that which require brawn or brains.
Librarians do things that aren't brains? What?
So, what does that leave?
And she ran away. Didn't answer the question. Alright.
I guess I could give this a go. I knew it. There is a strong elemental energy coming from deep within this temple. Paimon, are you able to float across? Let's ride this wind current, shall we?
Aw, I failed.
Why?
I was trying to see if I could do it. I remember there's like a shortcut. I think I could still do it if I was smart enough. There's a way to like straight up bypass a lot of the temple just by going in a specific direction. But I'll go the right way.
Okay.
Leave it to me. It's an electromon? No wonder. Let me try to activate it with a bit of electro power. Stand back, sweeties.
Water. Electro charge. The worst place.
When it comes to wet enemies, I've got them covered.
Like I was firing electricity next to an exploding barrel.
Oh, another wind current. Let's ride it up from here.
I knew it.
Come a little closer.
Engaging.
Stand clear. Jumpy Dumpty Go!
Chain lightning can be set off between electro-charged opponents. The electrical discharge caused by friction is only a little less sharp. Oh, you want to know about this gem? You're kidding. You're seriously asking? This is a vision. It's used by the Chosen to draw on elemental powers. In terms of mysticism, I suppose you could call it a magical lightning rod.
So she just explained about visions. Like, hey, this is how we draw power.
What? You've never seen a vision? Just where exactly are you from? Are you a hilly churl with some level of reasonable intelligence? No, I doubt it. After all, hilly trails aren't exactly known for their smell.
Pretty much just
And
yeah,
you'd more or
it's
less
it's
qualify
magic.
to be a Magister's apprentice.
Yeah. The importance of visions really come in the Inazuma arc when it actually matters who has
Or you
it.
can head home and relax.
It's one of those consolidated wind things. Let's head back to the statue of the...
Dragon of the East, Lion of the South, Wolf of the North, Falcon of the West. They are the four winds of Mondstadt, affiliated with Barbados, the god of Animo. The Dragon of the East, Storm Terror, its real name is Dvalin. Though most in Mondstadt seem to have forgotten that in all this Storm Terror business.
Well, why did you let them call them Storm Terror? Why isn't it Dvalin has gone mad instead of giving them a brand new name?
So now you know why Dvalin is only able to channel 3 of the four winds' power.
Find the barrier.
Sorry?
Because it has been consuming itself from the beginning.
Okay. The reason it's using the power of the other winds is because it's already been used. It's been using its own to fuel its anger or something.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because of hatred, I presume.
Hatred?
Hatred for Mondstadt. Hatred drove it to become something more powerful than the wind itself. To become Storm Terror.
But why would one of the four winds hate the city it was supposed to protect?
You deduce hatred, but you don't have an idea?
As a child of Mondstadt, it's something that's really hard to say aloud. Here, take this. It's a very old story from more than a century ago.
He's also not from Mondstadt.
Well, you should come with me. Paimon will tell you about the rest later.
Come on.
Okay, follow the adventure.
No! The threat! Yeah, at least again. What's going on?
It's finally done. Well, all that lay flow and elemental line stuff Lisa was going on about should hopefully be back to normal. Want to go back and see how the knights are doing? But if you got anything more interesting to do, Paimon can come too. By the way, we obtained another Animalculus in one of the Four Winds temples, right?
No, we didn't.
We might come across more of them in the future, so don't forget to offer them to the statues.
Did we gain... Various ways of obtaining adventure experience. Obtaining experience adventuring. Act 1. What? What? So, for Tomorrow Without Tears requires adventuring 10. Lisa's one requires 15. We could do Kaya's. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Sharpen the axe, the one hinders. Find iron chunks. Blessing of the 7. I was just going to the statue. Okay. I hate how this arc is called the prologue. I understand to an extent why, but also I hate it. Because then it implies the story hasn't really started. when it has.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not... The prologue should have been a straight-up fight between us and the god of whatever kicked our asses. That's the prologue. This is the beginning of the story. This should be chapter 1. Which is why in all my videos it will be saying chapter 1 Mondstadt. Or something to that effect. Anyway, so I think thing to do is to go return to Mondstadt and do some things. I'm gonna go to this one first. And teleport. I don't want food. No!
Paimon can smell the aroma. A thick slice of topped with a generous serving of onions. Paimon's made up her mind.
No.
It's an emergency. We must order ourselves a generous serving of fisherman's toast from Good Hunter pronto.
I refuse.
It's on you, of course. It's so Good Hunter's fish. This might surprise you, but it's actually a classic. You can try cooking it yourself. Can your cooking skills surpass that of Good Hunter's? Why, Paimon would love to be your personal taster. Don't you let me down.
So this is the beginning of Paimon eats food. The embodiment of gluttony.
Hey, there's a lady over there waving to you.
No, I'm
Let's
heading
get
to
what
her.
she wants.
Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Actually, I have had my eye on you for a long time.
We have been here for a day.
You've had your eye on him, eh? Has she been causing some mischief?
Did you hear she? I heard she.
Oh, that is not what I meant at all. Being on the lookout for great adventurers is part of my job. When I look at you, I see one with the potential to rival the great adventurers of legends.
Paimon sees it too. Paimon always feels safe adventuring with him.
Nevertheless, to the adventurer, experience is far more precious than potential. You must accumulate adventurer experience to increase your adventure rank. Time is of the essence. Allow me to brief you on...
Wait, are you saying we're like official adventurers now?
Do not worry. The Adventurers Guild does not charge a membership fee or impose any kind of duties on its members. In short, there are lots of benefits, but no drawbacks to becoming a member.
Oh, there's a major drawback. Death.
Basically, the Adventurers Guild rewards you every time your adventure rank increases. Here is a new member's gift for you. You will need to return here to claim rewards in the future.
Okay. I wonder if they'll ever increase the adventurer's rank ever again.
Without further ado,
Probably not.
please allow me to officially welcome you, our new avid adventurer, into the guild. Here is your adventurer handbook. A new member coming aboard is a momentous occasion. A little ceremony is only fair. It has a record of available commissions and rewards, and it is also proof of your membership. Oh, and one more thing. Sometimes you will find yourself stuck at a certain adventure rank. When this happens, you need to perform some impressive feats to gain further recognition from the guild.
Impressive feats? Sounds like hazing to me.
They are simply specific adventures that allow you to ascend to the next adventure rank on completion. Ascension adventures, if you will. But that will come later. Opportunities to win recognition will come as you gain more adventure experience. That will do for today. We will have plenty of chances to meet again in the future. Ad Astra Abyssosk, adventurer. With effort, you shall reach the stars and conquer the abyss.
Did we unlock dailies? Oh, we unlocked these. Yay. I've already upgraded.
Did you lock?
the investigation progress. Which, you know, the thing that we changed later on and blew through because we had accomplished all of it anyway?
I don't, actually.
Well, that's what I did when I got it, and how most people did. And then it was like, oh, those are cool rewards. Where's more?
Oh, Oh, yeah, now I remember what you're talking about. Okay.
Yep, looks like there's still no dailies yet. In which case, why don't these give rewards? There's Kaya's thing. Sure. Someone said that wrong. Cyrus, the Branch Master Adventurers Guild. So, Josh, here's another issue that I have with this game. The important thing about characters that are being released, they're all like important people in the city, or they have really cool stories or designs, right?
Yes.
Why are people like Cyrus, for example, who is a branch master of the Adventurers Guild in Mondstadt, not an important character?
I don't know.
Like, no joke, this dude, while they put a little bit more effort into his design, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone look quite like him, this is a character that should probably be just as important as Jean in terms of, like, in status, because, like, he runs the entire Adventurers Guild. He's, like, one of, like, the leaders of the city. While the Knights of Livonius technically run it, the Adventurers Guild is incredibly important to the society here. And the dude is not important enough to either be a character or be incredibly prominent in anything that's happening. I will come back to it. I'll grab his quest, actually. Storm suddenly stopped. Is that a bad thing? Oh no, it's good that they stopped, yes. But it's all too sudden. I came up with so many contingency plans. We are not going to get the chance of any of them. My contingency included ways to scatter the people in the wild to avoid the storms, teach them how to survive. We were going to teach them to set up basic camps, do pest control, and avoid beasts and monsters. Ah, never mind. Rather than take our chances out there, better to remain safe within these walls. Ah, yes. Some of our investigating adventurers have informed me that there are monsters congregating in the Whispering Woods. Almost everyone is out investigating, and I must remain here to command them. Traveler, can I count on you to clear those monsters out? Sure. You seem unhappy about this. Ah, this. Well, you know how the young people in Mondstadt all wish to join the Knights of Livonius, with their shining armor and their flying banners and glory, and Master Jean as well. As for the Adventurers Guild, the only impression of us have is that of people who bumble about outdoors. Basically, no one cares about us. I thought to myself that if there was an opportunity to show the guild's mettle, we might be able to bring in more fresh blood. Ah, but it doesn't matter. The safety of Mondstadt is more important than my own personal wishes. I'll leave those monsters to you. I'll have your compensation ready. So, this is considered a world quest that involves NPCs. This tells us, like, the story about, like, how the Adventure Guild is doing in the world. It expands, like, the world building, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That is a good use of NPCs. This quest is inoffensive. Like, the objective is simple: go kill some monsters, and it expands with this conversation with Cyrus how the Adventurers Guild is looked upon in the city. As he's the leader of it, he knows full well how his guild is represented. Now, ignoring my complaints about him needing to be a more prominent character, in the situation they're using him now as an NPC that is just leading a guild. This is a very good use for his character. And I wish that this is where that... And there's a lot of people that echo that should be how it should be for NPCs. That the only important NPCs in any character story quest should be directly relating to the character that the story is based off of.
Yeah.
So they didn't do that for most of them, and we'll come to that. All right, I'm actually gonna go ignore Kaya for a second. I'm gonna go do that quest. Fuck Kaya. I'm gonna clear out some monsters. Gain some experience. One of my issues, though, with the Mondstadt quest I've just discovered is that I remember in the past and right now, they're having us wait before we can continue with the story.
What do you mean wait?
They're having us do other things instead of properly just continuing on with this. They didn't give us really a choice. Really, we don't have the adventure rank necessary to progress into the main story to continue the development plot.
Yeah,
But they didn't really segue us into a proper reason why we wouldn't be continuing. There's no Jean tells us hey, we've solved that problem. We need some time to figure out our next move. How about you explore the city a bit and figure shit out? But instead, we're just told we can either go to Jean or we can go do other things. But the problem is that we can't go to Jean because we don't have the high enough adventure rank. So it's an ultimatum. It's not really an option. Once again, this game has introduced a non-option. And I hate that for this game.
Okay. It you know nothing is perfect, right?
No, it's not about perfection. This game, when you're making a game, or making anything really that involves choices, or making a game that where other people are interacting with the thing you're making, you have to think about these things. It's not. I'm not. You're trying to defend that. Oh, not everything's perfect, but these people, when you put in hours, hundreds of thousands of hours into a game and put whole swaths of teams to building a video game, the writers need to and the game designers need to be thinking about these things.
Yes.
It's when you're judging a game on these merits, it's a genuine failure. It's not a in this instance they could have made that look cleaner or thought about it for the story. They had the time to do so.
Now's our chance.
Kind of.
Now, being said, the story for Mondstadt isn't bad. It's okay. It's pretty okay, if not good. But for the most part, there's these little things that kept it from being amazing. But thankfully, they put in enough effort into the world and into the history of the world to sort of compensate that. If you look into books or into items and you see there's whole tidbits about history of the world that they put a lot of effort into, you can find that this game is incredibly deep if you look hard enough, which makes the game pretty good. I think Genshin Impact's biggest issue is that they don't really understand that that this is not a kid's game. Even though they have this NPC Paimon treating us like kids. There's this disconnect between the actual people that play this game and who would understand the lore of your game, because they put so much effort into the lore, but then they have the main story Paimon and other characters acting childish or not going into that level of deeper storytelling. Not I'm asking for gratuitous violence and cussing and bullshit. a seriousness to the story and understanding of of a player's knowledge while they're playing the game.
Well, you can have both.
Yes, but they
Look
did
at
not.
Pokemon.
They have not done it right.
Pokemon is a very much a kid's game, but has
Yes,
like a lot of adult lore into it.
yes, and I think Pokemon actually balances it better in some of the games. Not all the games. Some of the games.
Animal test 6308. Animal hypostasis emulate.
Oh no. Ah! Everything's dying.
Everything's dying.
Oh no. I don't have food.
Providing cover fire.
Jesus Christ. Mika's fucking
done?
recharge is bullshit.
Strike. Leave the wounded to me.
The funness of restarting the game.
Oh, God damn it.
Wind blade. With the wind.
How to overcome the issue.
I need sacrificial weapons. Jesus Christ.
Absorption test.
Neutralizing threats.
There it is.
I should have, like, I wish I had a catalyst of, like, any element that isn't fire.
Well, you do have Lisa.
Swirl, Mark 2.
Wind blade. Precision strike.
Stand clear.
Finally.
Final warning.
Jesus Christ. Oh, food. I don't want food. I want apples. I'll get to the cooking later. The cooking doesn't need to happen right now.
The cooking needs to happen immediately.
Cooking can happen when I get my NRE.
You're gonna wait that long, really?
Yes. I'll just go pull a Barbara.
Pull a Barbara.
Okay. Going back to Cyrus. You're back. What's the situation? There are still monsters out and about. Monsters are still in the area, huh? So it seems that the effects of the storm have yet to disappear. So there's still time then. Time for the Adventurers Guild to show its quality. It is up to us to take those monsters out in the wild on, while the Knights of Vonius are still focused on defending the city, the area around Mondstadt. I understand. Thanks for your help in the investigation. I'll consider the commissions that we'll be sending out. Take these as your reward. Yeah. experience. What fucking level am I? Adventure rank 7. So I have to do a lot to get to adventure rank 10. Which is weird to me. Why like they make it so hard? Like you have to basically do everything just to get to the next part of the story. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the blacksmith now because I have his stuff.
What do you want?
I got the iron chest.
Oh, yes. I'd forgotten about that.
So, this dude is fully voice acted in this scene right here. Why is that?
These are okay, I guess. Should be able to salvage something from them.
Well, who is?
This blacksmith is fully voice acted in this scene.
I have no idea.
I don't need anything right now.
If you ever find ore in the future, ideally when I'm not busy. A blacksmith's work takes focus and concentration. It does not take small talk with customers.
You're a bad businessman.
When the craft is good, business is good. That's all there is to this trade, and anyone who tells you different is trying to con you.
Okay. You're incorrect to a degree.
If there's nothing else, I'll carry on with my work.
Okay.
He's certainly committed to his work. Paimon will give him that. Temper isn't great, but leave it to him and he'll be able to forge what you need.
Hard work is all there is to the craft.
What the fuck are you doing in there? I got one of those like people that go into ponds to look for coins type person. Okay, I guess now I'm being forced to do Kaya's quest. Run in, dun, 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 dun. You know what's funny though?
What?
The Knight's headquarters is not the highest point, nor is it the biggest building. That's like dedicated to the church.
Yeah, the Church of Mondstadt is more important.
But yet it's not involved enough in the story.
Exactly.
Like, I'm grateful that it got involved with, like, the lyre. But at the same time, we don't even see Barbara until, like, the end of the story. And you know what's worse?
What?
We didn't see Rosaria at all.
Nope, she's only involved in the one specific event. Albedo.
Which makes no sense to me. I wish she was involved in one of the, if I were to like rewrite the story, I wouldn't change much about Mondstadt, but you know what I would have done? I would have made a mini boss battle between us and Rosaria when like she catching us trying to steal the lyre, and she tries to stop us, and that leads to a mini boss fight. Adding because like another issue with Genshin is that very few of the characters are adversarial to the traveler.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so weird that we can't have more people like actively hating us, even though they're playable characters. I don't know. I would like some more diverse connections in the party.
Diverse connections, as in,
like Rosaria not liking us. Because like
you want more characters to not like the Traveler.
Yes. Fucking finally. I've been climbing for a bit, but that's only just to get this teleporter.
Only 2 people. I mean, we already have 2 people who dislike the Traveler.
Only 2 people.
Well, actually, I can't say that because.
Here, let's go through the list for funsies, shall we? Go to the very beginning. She loves us. He enjoys our presence. She's in love with us. Not sure. She adores us. We're pretty on good terms. Great terms. Great terms. Pretty good. She has her. Was sort of miffed, but not really. For the most part, she likes us. She's fascinated by us. Adventure buddies. Adventure buddies. She aspires to be us. Pretty good. We're her servant, but at the same time, it's mostly cordial. Indifferent, mostly because she doesn't have actual feelings. Respects us, is indifferent to us, admires us in a certain degree, admires us to a certain degree. We're fun to play with. I think she's also indifferent to us. Tartaglia, we've made it to one that actually is complicated.
No. He likes us.
I know, it's a complicated one because he's our enemy. We actually don't like him, canonically, but he admires us for our combat ability. And that's like the only like jiving thing opposed to all the other ones here. She likes us. He admires us. We're interesting to him. She respects us. Zhao has devoted themselves to us in the future. Quite literally, we could call his name in anywhere in Liyue and he would just be there. Hu Tao, for the most part, likes us. Rosaria. She has an actual, like, in her few quests that she has, she's actually shown that she has issue with our line of thinking regarding Albedo, because she straight just does not trust Albedo. But I feel like I wish there was more there. That's why this is like the one character from Onset I wish had more. We had more conflict with, not just in the Albedo storylines, but in like general.
Mm-hmm.
Because she has the potential to be that adversary. Not to like make her evil character, but like make her like different from our perspectives and to have different reasons for doing shit.
Right.
Yenfei, she's great. Eula, vengeance. Kadahara Kazuha, we're best buddies. Ayaka, we're actually one of her first friends, according to her, so that's good terms. Sayu is indifferent, only because she likes sleeping. Yoimiya likes us. Kujo-Sara, at first was an adversary, but for the most part had no issue with us. I actually find this also a problem. One of the things I would have liked for her character in a Zoom-in storyline was because, like, you notice, if you remember in the storyline, a lot of the Kujo family basically fell apart for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it went deeper than that. I wish it wasn't just the head of the family getting outed for like cooperation with the Fatui. I wish that the older brother, that nameless NPC motherfucker, he has a name, but like that the NPC buff boy looking motherfucker actually participated as an actual character and died in the war to further her character. I wish that she sort of resented us a tiny bit to add more depth to her character. Because I'll get to the war in a second, but I feel like her character should have gone in different direction than just being reduced to a simp, which is what she is now. That's all she is in after the war. She's a simp. Raiden.
Okay.
I'm just gonna skip this one.
Eternity.
Yeah, Eternity. Kokomi respects us.
Oh my god! Finally.
Huh?
I finally got Mona.
Good job. Toma likes us. Goro, I'm fairly certain I remember him liking us. Ito also likes hanging out with us. Yunjin likes a bit. Shenhei, I believe she does have respect for us to a degree. Yemiko likes us. Ayato likes us. Yellen, indifferent, I want to say. Like, she respects our what we've done, and that we are trustworthy enough for her to, like, not have to, like, look over her shoulder every time we're there.
Right.
Shinobu likes us for the most part. Heizo doesn't exist. Moving on. Kale, she likes us.
Heizo exists.
Heizo doesn't exist. Kale, I'll get to Heizo once we get to Inazuma. I have a lot to say about how he's not present at all and should be. Kale likes us a fair bit. I wish the story more focused on her in the Sumeru arc, but I'll get to that later. Tanari likes us a bit. Dory doesn't matter. Moving on. Candace. Okay, I'll go back to Dory. Dory has... I respect...
The hustle.
I respect the hustle. I'm fully aware that we're... Like, I don't remember if we ever, like, left on... Like... I know we never left on bad terms, but I don't think we, like, were friends at the end of it. I think she was still just a hustler. Candace, indifferent, because I feel like... I wish that they put more effort into Candace. This is one of the instances where, like, if a character... if she had her own story quests detached from the Traveler, and she went out and did things that she would... Like, they could expand her character, and I would know more about her. I don't know anything about her besides she's intimidating and she's the mom of her village.
She's the mom of her village? Is that what you just said?
Yes. She just is mother of village.
She just is.
She just is. Sino, I believe he has respect for us, to my understanding. I never played his story quests. I will eventually. Maybe I'll get a different opinion about how he feels about us, but I feel like he has a level of respect for us. Neela likes us a lot. Nahida obviously likes us. Layla doesn't exist. Faruzan does not exist. Wanderer, the one character that does not give two shits and probably hates us just because. This is the only character.
But does he hate, though?
Yes. He still hates. He's just gotten over it. To a degree. I still think the Wanderer does not like us. Like, we're probably on better terms with him than he was when he was as Scaramouche, but he still hates us, probably, for no reason, because he's a dick.
Okay.
Yo does not exist. Hatham respects us.
Wait.
I'm fairly certain that's where that line is drawn. Dia likes us a fair bit. Mika, he does exist. He existed briefly. That wasn't limited, I don't believe. I think he's indifferent. I don't think we talked to him that much.
Yeah, he got a little nervous with you.
Kaveh, I don't know. Moving on.
You don't know?
I don't know. Baiju likes us. This character does not exist. Lynette. Okay, I'm gonna stop here because I have not gone into Fontaine. I'm gonna skip the Fontaine characters, is what I'm saying. I've not played enough of the story to know any of them. Gaming. He obviously is going to like us. He's basically Bennett, but Leeway, but also like a mix of... It's like a mix of Bennett and... what's her face? And Yunjin. Like, I don't know. Junyun, which is Cloud Retainer. She likes us. For the most part. She respects us.
No, not respect.
Not respect?
Not respect.
As a protector, Did she just make a fucking popcorn machine? I'm moving on. We spent so much time on that. I am so sorry. We just needed to get... But basically, we've deduced that only one person really hates us. One person wants to fight us, but that's the only adversarial trait he has. And then Rosaria had a good opportunity to be an adversary. Wood? We just have a Knight of Favonius named Wood? Welcome to the Knight of Favonius, how may I help you? Where is this? In the main hall of the grand floor of the Knight of Favonius. Library and Grandma says, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me at any time. One of these doors is locked. Last room's not open to outsiders. Well, it doesn't involve some internal secret of the Knight of Favonius or anything. That room is actually solitary confinement. To be honest, this room has more or less become Klee's private property. Every time she's locked in here, you can hear some crackling noises, like she's researching new explosives in there. I'm sure that she won't ignite any of her bombs in here, but if she ever slips up, just worries me. Look at this man's face. Okay, so
are you doing that actually?
Huh?
Are you talking to him with Klee?
No, she's in the party, but no.
I was gonna laugh like, huh.
I have a bomb for you. Yep. So it's fun that here's a question for you. Do you think when they set out to make a region and their story, do you think they have everything planned out for like the characters they want?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know why I think I feel like they should have more characters involved in the main story. Or like more teases that other characters exist. Because like oftentimes when a new character comes out, I'm always like surprised of their existence. And not surprised that they're being released at the moment.
How do you mean?
Mika was never mentioned. Now, actually, I think Miku's actually probably a bad example. Because
Mika was mentioned before, way before, but people assumed it was Eula's brother.
Which she really doesn't have, and if she does, it's an NPC. I thought this was Mika's brother too, but then I quickly decided no on 2 counts, mostly because motherfucker's blonde. And the second reason was because then it discounts her actions of joining the Knights of Favonius. Like, what made her so interesting was that Lawrence, decided to join the Knights of Favonius so Mika shouldn't exist as her brother. I think
yeah, you're right.
That's probably what... Well, it's funny, maybe he was, at one point, her brother, and they changed that part of his story because they realized that. I think that would have been nice. But no, I think he's a bad example. What's a better example of a story I know? In a story I know, let's go to Inazuma real quick. Ayato. He was mentioned, actually, funny enough. But Ayato played no part in the main Inazuma story. One of the 3 heads of the Inazuman clans was not present during the big war arc. At all.
Yes.
Do you realize how bad that is?
I mean, he wasn't part of the war, though. That's not his job.
The war affects every aspect of Inazuma on every level.
But it wasn't part of his scope of responsibility, William.
You mean his scope of responsibility of making sure that the people are happy, hosting festivals, basically dealing with the economics of the country. And also,
yes.
Hear me out though, he also has a secret ninja clan that does tasks. Sayu is part of this thing.
Yes.
That gathers information, does secret missions, and potentially assassinates people.
I don't think about assassination as part of his job description, but okay.
He is the head. What the fuck is the name of her thing? Attached to the Shumatsuban is the name of the organization, and he is the head of that. Yet you don't see them doing anything. I think the Kamisato should have had a bigger impact in what's going on, because what was happening was effectively an inside job as well. 2 of the 3 heads of the families of Inazuma betrayed the country.
Yep.
The Kujos and the Hiragis both betrayed, and so like you would think that Ayato would be more involved in the story when you have 2 of the other heads doing shit. I don't know. I'll get back to that. We will get back to that. I have so much to say about later in the story. I'm sorry that a lot of it is peeking through now. Mondstadt has very few problems.
Very few.
But there are still problems. A lot of the problems in Mondstadt are honestly things that will carry through the entire game, opposed to actually being the problem in Mondstadt. So I hope to find more of those, even though like I sort of don't want to hope to find problems in Mondstadt, but there are some. For example, I wish Eula was more. Eula and Rosaria should have been more involved in the story. Rosaria, for like personal reasons, I feel like she should have just been the threat at the church when we steal the lyre. But I feel like Eula should have been like referenced at least, like, hey, we found out where Dvalin went. Eula's been scouting it out, type deal. I don't know. And then like I don't know. I don't know how we would even involve Albedo. But I feel like if this is a massive threat,
Albedo does not need to be involved.
I know. He can always they can always say like he's in Dragonspine doing shit and they can't reach him. But I feel like if this threat is imposing enough for like the acting Grandmaster to act, she probably needs all of her knights active. And of the knights available, she has the captain. Sorry, she needs all the captains like at her side, and the only one they can really exclude for a really good reason would be Albedo, unless they're also saying that Eula is also in Dragonspine for some reason. In which case, something is going on there.
This is bad. Such a hassle. What am I going to do?
Could say that.
What's wrong? God damn it. You don't really lose your chill? We don't know this man enough. What's wrong, Kaya?
Oh, thank the 1,000 winds. Your arrival must be the grace of the gods. If I may ask, envoy sent by the Animo god to save this mere mortal. Could you spare a moment?
You're being dramatic.
Ew, cut it out.
Tell me what... Yeah, can't say I don't have time. I'm being forced to do side quests here.
Marvelous. I cannot let my peers hear about this. I cannot seek help from anyone else but you. Please, let us move to somewhere more fit for such conversations.
Okay.
Let's talk in the courtyard, just outside headquarters. Come with me.
What's with the sneakiness?
You know what's funny?
What?
That Kaya's the cavalry captain.
Yes.
Kaya should have been the information captain for all intents and purposes. Of some kind of title involving information. Because I shit you not, this man does not ride horses. Only because there are no horses. They took all his horses, so he decided to be like, okay, so I'm useless. I'll just go in the work in the background, I guess.
Okay.
This place will do.
Tell us what it's about already.
How should I begin? Oh, right. Let me tell you a secret first. It's a secret of my past, and I confide in you to keep it.
Don't worry. Paimon's lips are sealed.
I can't wait for this infamous lie.
As a matter of fact,
What?
my grandfather was a pirate.
Are you on the quest where he uses this?
Yes, he straight up lies to us, and so on and so forth.
Ah, the treasure.
Wait, why do you sound so blithe? Do you think I'm making it up? Look at my eye patch.
Alright, you might want to cut it off a little sooner,
And
though.
this is
What do you
solid
mean?
proof that we are
We're at an hour and a half.
I was gonna hope it'd take it to 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay.
Looking at, I never knew you could inherit an eye patch. You can inherit eye patches. How surprising.
Yesterday, I was glancing through the notes my grandfather left and stumbled upon records that spoke of a treasure.
Treasure?
According to his notes, the treasure is buried in the lost Arcadian ruins.
Treasure.
But the location of the ruins is currently unknown. I've tried searching for clues.
Treasure!
Arcadian doesn't seem familiar to me.
Kaya, what kind of treasure is it? Gold? Or better yet, gems?
Treasures that consist of nothing but
What
gold
doesn't seem
and
familiar?
gems are
The word
third-rate
Arcadian.
treasures. My grandfather's treasure is a sword. A magic
I
sword
don't think
that
that's
grants
common
the
in
wielder
Genshin.
unrivaled power.
I don't think that's a common word in Genshin.
No, I'm referring to like its origins because like you can hear like old civilizations. I'm aware of Conria, and I don't think any other civilization has really come up, in my mind at least. I'm not a lore expert, but this is the first time I'm hearing Arcadian. Maybe that was the name of Mondstadt before it became Mondstadt. I don't know.
No, it was always Mondstadt.
Maybe it was one of like a lesser kingdom in Mondstadt.
The sword was dropped from Celestia into the sea
Maybe.
by a god. It was later salvaged by my grandfather's crew by pure coincidence. The moment he gripped the sword, thunder roared, billows howled, and the clear skies were suddenly swallowed by raging winds. With the might of the magic sword, my grandfather went on to defeat a Hydra, a silver-haired banshee, a wicked abyss dragon. But the immense power of the sword enticed many more greedy pirates. To avoid meaningless conflicts, my grandfather hid the magic sword. These incredibly thrilling adventures are romances that could only be told by pirates.
Holy moly, that's just insane!
A gang of treasure hoarders has been very active lately, and many ruins have had their relics stolen by them. I'm afraid that they will soon discover the Arcadian ruins, and the magic sword will be lost.
We won't let it fall into the wrong hands. We must get the sword before them. You just rest assured that we are here to help.
Wow. Great. Please keep it a secret. I'll wait for your good news.
Hey, so what you think? Isn't it exciting? We're talking about a super duper powerful sword.
These are the same thing.
Well, let's go to the adventurers.
What is the same
Guild and
thing?
See if we can find out
The
more.
options.
The adventurers should know more about the ruins, right?
So there are ruins all over Mondstadt.
Yes.
Where the fuck is our archaeologist? I guess Leeway's more interesting. I guess with all its ruins.
Mika would be the archaeologist.
Mika? Mika's a mapper.
Yes.
He's not an archaeologist.
Okay.
Hey, kiddo! Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Well, that's an interesting line. We're looking for...
We're not here for something that boring. We're looking for a sword that fell from Celestia. One that can kill 8-headed banshees and silver-haired hydras. It's super mega uber powerful. That's what Paimon said. It's a super epic sword. Anyway, it's fine as long as Paimon doesn't... So, Cyrus, do you know where the lost Arcadian ruins are supposed to be?
Arcadian ruins. Never heard of it.
Oh, sorry. That's why it never came up. Fucking Kaya made it up. There are no Arcadian ruins. He made that word up.
Oh, lovely.
Thanks for your intel anyway. If you do find these ruins, I'd love to see them.
My
I remember now. This is part of Kaya's plan. The point was for them to start spreading word about Arcadian ruins.
not like it's gonna be easy. Come on, it's the hiding place of the super amazing sword. Anyway, we should go meet up with Kaya first.
Why would we meet up with Kaya? We've done nothing to achieve our goal.
Oh, you're back. Do you have news for me?
Listen, we asked around the Avengers
That much is expected.
Why is that?
Oh, I only mean that what's the fun in finding it without the hard work? However, I do have some clues. I sent someone to collate black market intel. It seems that someone does know about the Arcadian ruins.
Really? Where's the guy?
Now, as per the black market's rules, they will send someone to meet us to prevent leaks. We will be meeting the informant at the Whispering Woods.
Then what are we waiting here for?
We'll get the intel.
You have my thanks. Of course, you'll be compensated for your troubles. By the knights.
Ooh, no problemo.
So, let's talk about this quest real quick as we're going through it, because you and I both know like the ending of the story, sort of, in that
Yes.
Kaya lies to us. I think of quests where it involves the character of Kaya not being involved is actually works here, because the point is that he's manipulating us to do his dirty work.
Yes.
So I think this is probably one of the very few instances where a character that is less involved with the story and more just feeding us information actually works.
Mm-hmm. It's just a common thing.
Boom, boom.
Why is this happening to me? I shouldn't have helped him.
Him who?
Thanks so much for saving me. You're far more reliable than those Favonius guys.
It's nothing. He's a traveler. He has to deal with stuff like this all the time.
Traveler? I've heard stories about you. I didn't think I'd be saved by the one I'm here to meet.
Oh!
I didn't know how I could pay you back initially, but now I think I'll just give you the intel for free. People in our circle know how important the network is.
Lucky? But it's lucky for Kaya, isn't it?
Listen well then. The intel on the Arcadian ruins. 3 6-armed giants reside in the city in the lake. 2 guard the statue, 1 the treasure.
Right. Wait,
There's also this map that came with it.
could this be the X marks the spot? So the clue is more like a riddle. Well, should be a piece of cake for you, right? I'm gonna leave you to it then. Well, if you can't solve it, we can ask Kaya. He seems like a nerd too.
I'll leave you the intel so you can review it at any time.
Thanks, Vile. 3 6-armed giants reside in this. What does that mean?
Have come up with another issue.
What's the other issue?
That the naming of the character. The word traveler to describe our character. I understand it's important for it still brings me back to the issue that Aether and Lumine should have just been Aether and Lumine and not this. I hate how they allowed us to rename him and try to imprint ourselves onto these characters, and then they choose to not let them express themselves. it really holds the story back when you don't have these fleshed out characters, because like later on in the story they're going to have those emotions, because like Aether is desperate to find Lumine. Half, if not 3/4 of the fandom does not give a shit about Lumine or the lost sibling, because they keep teasing us like so far in between quests that it really, we're just like, yep, we'll get her back totally, but we don't care enough.
Totally.
Yeah, that's what they're all thinking, because like there's not enough, because this character is our imprint. We don't, if this was an actual person and we cared about Aether or Lumine, whoever stands here, then their motivations would matter more to us. Especially since the only thing that Mondstadt will be willing to do is throw a couple posters. Liyue and every other nation doesn't really have much going for it. I think the only one that had anything substantial to go by was Nahida, simply informing us that she isn't a descender. But even then, that's not really important for Aether until probably later, when descenders become more important.
Yeah.
And I don't know the ending of Fontaine, so I don't know what anyone had to say for him. It's so... That's not what I opened. I wish Aether was a person. Okay, so I see the chest. I don't see an X, so I suppose... Are we implying that the chest is the treasure? I'm just gonna go get the treasure. You know what I need to do? I need to go teleport. I'm hoping to complete Kaya's quest before we make our stop, actually. That might push us over a little bit, but it's fine. And there's our objective. Here's a common chest. I'm just gonna open it for now.
Ooh, let me see what's inside. She doesn't love him at all. The passion rushing through the clear spring is just a front. When she's cold and alone, her true heart is revealed. There's another map. More riddles? Paimon's dizzy already. Oh no, Paimon will let you have all the fun. Or you could get Kaya to help.
You know what's funny?
What?
I'm straight up ignoring Kaya.
You're ignoring Kaya?
Yeah. Should I stop doing that? I feel like he has more to say.
That's up to you, buddy.
You know what? I'm going to play the part of not giving a shit. Because I'm sure a lot of people just like went to Kaya anyway. Let's see what the story looks like when you... I actually find it interesting that this is actually probably one of the one stories where you do have a choice. I could just be talking to Kaya, or I could just solve the damn thing. So let's go solve the damn thing. I'm gonna go unlock the statue before I head to the location. Mostly because I need to actually see the map to know where the fuck I'm going. I mean, I could wing it, but I'm not going to. You think anyone's ever done that, Josh? Like, just like straight up not unlocked any of the other statues besides the one they're forced to unlock? And just winged everything?
No.
It'd be hilariously pointless. Oh no, you fucks.
This statue of the Seven seems to be affected by a monster nearby. Defeating that monster might remove this strange wind current seal thingy around the statue of the Seven.
My first confrontation with one of these fuckers.
Which ones?
Eye of the Storm.
Oh. Do you have a bow character?
Nope. I have a Klee.
You have a Klee. It's not gonna do as much damage, but it will still work.
Her burst is hitting it while I'm doing damage. While I'm just throwing random shit.
You had your chance.
I really don't like Mika's skill.
What's wrong with the skill?
It doesn't, It doesn't do a lot of damage. I'm getting hit a lot.
Not meant to do a lot of damage. He's a support character.
Neutralizing threats.
I wish it did a lot of damage, honestly.
But it doesn't, so stop complaining.
I'm gonna make it do a lot of damage. I want to invest solely into his skill for no reason. Yay, more map. Which means that the location of the thing is over there. Worship statue. How many do I have? I do have one. I'm not going to put it in. Oh wait, does that? Oh, that does increase. Never mind. I gave it one because I wanted that extra stamina. Brilliant flower buds and stars. What? Wait, did I unlock? Oh shit! I think I unlocked the ley line stuff for XP books. And money.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if the money one activated, but I know that the XP one just did.
Can you feel the blessings of the Seven? In Mondstadt, people call them animalculi. They can be fitted into the statue's eyes. Some stories say the statue's eyes originally had gems that were taken by swallows, but animalculi never had a physical form from the start. People with visions collect them to offer to the statues as blessings. Unlike others with powers, you don't have a vision. But the rules of this world don't apply to you anyway, so keep offering animalculi and maybe you'll receive more blood.
I find it funny that we're still on this like tirade that effectively Aether is not affected by this world's logic to a degree. Which is sort of weird. Like they use it really well with like the world changing aspects of the tree. But other than that, I would say it's a bit wishy-washy. Oh. Here I thought I was under the waterfall. Big is this thing? That's pretty big. Make it to the top. I think I can. Hold on. I'm almost there. There we go. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna get to this location and then call it there.
Okay.
That or I could just take a bathroom break. It's further up. It's further up. Oh god. It's all big trees. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna call it here. I'll just like get to the location off screen. But for the most part, thanks for watching. We've been able to get through the first act, I believe, of Mondstadt, and we're trying to get to Act 2, but are railroaded by side quests. We'll get there. Wait, did we make it to... we're venturing ahead at least. But yeah, I'll be returning next week, or returning with Genshin next week. I'll be playing Final Fantasy XIV tomorrow. Have a great day. Say bye, Josh.
Why?
Bye.